Well, I played the last two games of the Braves, 6 and 4-1. Now we've got Milwaukee, and yes, Tim Cooney still has yet to start a game. He's still tired. Stamina sucks. So looks like I have my lineup fixed and ready to go. We are raring to go. Pittsburgh is still 7-0, along with the Cubs, so we cannot gain any ground. And it's really pissing me off. Like, come on, look. So technically, we'd be a game out of the second wild card. I cannot believe these dudes are still 7-0. Anyways, the Rays and Blue Jays are 5-2. The Yankees are half a game behind. White Sox, Royals, Indians are all tied because they're 5-3, 4-2, and 4-2. Mariners are 5-2. The Rangers are 1-7. That's god awful. The Rays and Blue Jays have their the Blue Jays and the White Sox have the wild card spots. No, Blue Jays and the Royals have the wild card spots, along with the Indians and Yankees are all tied. Okay, all these niggas are tied right here. Well, the Mets are 5-1, a game up on the Nationals. Pirates and Cubs are tied at 7-0. Us. Dodgers are half a game up on the Rockies at 4-3. And yeah. Let's look at the team rankings. We are first in batting average. Pirates are second. We are 20th in at-bats. Third in runs. First in hits by our hit. 10th in doubles. 4th in triples. 5th in home runs. 3rd in RBIs. We don't steal bases, do we? 2nd in stolen bases, both by Colton Wong. We've been caught stealing once. Alright, you know what? Forget it. Let's just play this game. We'll wear our home alternates. Tim Cooney. Wainwrights will be on the mound. Versus Taylor Jugman, who also pitched 6 innings last game, but gave up less runs, gave up less hits, walked one more person, and had the same amount of strikeouts. The Brewers are 4-2, we are 3-3. Their leadoff hitters hitting .80, our leadoff hitters hitting .308. This is a crucial series for us to take.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
I think you're going to have to try to get on the board early and then don't let your foot off the gas. You've got to keep pressure on this club to not let them back in a ballgame.
Jonathan Villar stands in as he looks at a called strike. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Throw will not be in time. As a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
Man.
Jonathan Lucroy will stand in. He's got that average pushing up near 300 to start the new season. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Molina is under it. He's got it 1 away.
We'll throw it at first just in case.
Ryan Braun gets his first opportunity now. Runner at first with 1 gone. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
First baseman number 33.
Now a ball lined to the left side.
Whoa, that
foul.
was close as
Runner in
hell.
scoring
I kinda
position
thought
at
that was
second
hit,
with
and
2
I was
down.
like, no.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Molina scoops it up. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the
Looks like
side.
they get nothing
So
after
they get
that
a man to
first
second.
hit of the game.
Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals' starting lineup. Steve, what's the key to starting out 1-0 here at home for them?
Well, I think what they need is a little bit more consistency from the middle of that order. They need production with runners in scoring position.
Matt Carpenter comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For St. Louis, second baseman, Matt Carpenter.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Eric Karros, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon. Nice little roll here.
And I think it's just going to be a matter of putting yesterday behind you. It wasn't their finest performance of the year, that's for sure, but they're capable of playing much better ball, and I think we'll see a sharper focus here in this one.
And this is hauled in on the run for the out, and he had a lot of ground to cover to get to that one.
36.
Diaz comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, Earl is a well-liked umpire all around baseball by both pitchers and hitters. The reason for that, he's consistent, and his zone is kind of what you hope for.
Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first.
What
He
a
dives, but he
lucky
can't pull it in, and it's down the
hit
line into right.
Let me Diaz. That is one.
Well, that base hit is going to
hit.
get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Matt
I didn't even know
Holliday
he was on
takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. First pitch on its way. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Stephen Piscotty will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball.
And this will kick off the third base bag. Oh,
Wow.
and he can't pick it up cleanly.
lucky hit.
And they won't
Just
get an
hit
out
off
from
the
this
bag.
as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often. Johnny Peralta will stand in, and as you can see the big number there, he's up over 400 to begin the campaign. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Lucroy has it.
Another lucky on base. We have to get a hit.
Joe
here.
Mauer
Come on,
will
Joe
stride
Mauer.
in now. A couple
We've
of hits
had
for him
so
in 4
much
trips
luck
in
this
yesterday's
year.
ball game.
If we do not get a hit here, then all that luck would have been.
Here comes the
for
first
nothing.
pitch.
We need
Oh,
to
he needed to
provide
get
that
ahead,
runner
and he
with a
does
little
with
bit
the
of
fastball. It's 0-1.
There's not a whole lot
What's
of
the
conviction in that
skill?
swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hat.
But in
Well,
every
had him reaching at
championship
thin air
season,
that time, and he's very
a team
quickly
has a
down
little bit of luck
0-2.
to go with
Well, this would be
their
a big
skill.
break for him here in the first inning if he can get out of this.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Scooter Gennett will stand in to start things out, with his guys pretty fortunate to get out of that last half inning with the game still scoreless.
Yeah, they were able to dodge a bases-loaded situation. That could have gotten out of hand quickly, so maybe they can calm their guy down a bit by getting a couple runs here.
Wainwright into the windup. Here's the 0-2. Grounded down the third baseline. Peralta's there. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting sixth.
So one man gone now as we give you a look at the standings in the NL Central as you see where the Cardinals find themselves to this point in the season. Into the box, Domingo Santana. He'll get to take his first cuts here. A late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. And this will get by Mauer and down the line. It's a fair ball.
Now they're getting some lucky hits.
Kirk Neuenhuis will come forward now. Back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike one. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And this one's in the dirt. Throw goes to third, and he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. Aaron Hill will stride in now. Back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Yeah, you can't afford to be selective now. You've got to expand that zone. Try and put something in play.
Down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning.
Lucky to get out of this inning without giving up a run.
Rendell Grichuk will start things out. Bottom third of the order, 7, 8, and 9 to start out the home half of the second.
And they probably still can't believe they didn't get anything out of that first inning. They got the bases loaded, but just couldn't cash in.
And not the greatest approach there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and it's even at 1-1. You get that feeling that'll be a pitch we see a lot of as this game goes along.
And when he's throwing that thing good, a lot of times that's where it winds up. So these guys are going to have to prove they can lay off that thing in the dirt, or they're going to keep seeing it.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
No outs and the bases loaded.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1. Yadier Molina will stand in, and boy, look at that batting average to start off the month of April.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Bottom of the second here with no score. And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
And we'll see him work both sides of the plate with the curveball going forward. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around.
But there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
Adam Wainwright.
Striding into the box, Adam Wainwright, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Slow curveball like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it. Santana makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Down in order goes. Aerial view there of St. Louis from high above the Mississippi River as we welcome you back to baseball on the show. Taylor Youngman set to lead off the third. 9, 1, and 2 due up. Back on the hill is Wainwright now as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to wait to see if it was going to be anywhere close, and now he's in a big hole.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Stepping in, Jonathan Villar, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Drilled to the right side. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
Up next,
Jonathan Lucroy in now. Hopped out in his first trip. Runners off for second. A little bouncer. Curveball there. This one touching 77 miles an hour. 2 strikes.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Line drive to left. Holiday is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Digging in now, Ryan Braun. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Cut fastball taken for strike one. Third inning, no score to this point. And there he goes towards second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease. This is line to left. And that's down in front of Holiday for a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
How the hell did they get the hit?
Chris Carter steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. And a high strike there, 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now we're gonna lose.
A runner on first with 2 away.
Scoring, man.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Well, if he's going to overcommit to pitches like that down in the zone, I'd keep throwing him until he proves he can lay off.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Wainwright comes set, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Matt Carpenter digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started. Set the table for a little bit of a rally.
1 away.
MLB is the gayest video game
Diaz is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
That's not a hit. Look,
into the windup and the pitch.
Really?
Out in front of it, strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. Matt Holiday is into the box for his second at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored a wild pitch. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Holiday is retired, 2 down now. So striding in, Stephen Piscotty, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And the first pitch here is below the knees, but he gets him to chase it, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, and you got to be careful that you don't go up there helping him out, especially if you get that feeling that they're trying to work around you.
Belted high in the air out to left. Back goes Braun at the track. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run.
No, it didn't feel like a home run.
It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and the Cardinals take a 2-1 lead. Here's Johnny Peralta now, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side. But the Cards do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. Leading off the inning, Scooter Gennett, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Grounder hit hard down the first. Right's ready. 0-1 pitch on its way. Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
The right fielder, number 16.
Settling in now, Domingo Santana. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. You know, that's more than the rest of these guys can say.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
What?
Kirk Neuenhuis is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. On couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
What video?
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
What, today's loss? The one where
Chop
you
foul
gave up
over
10
towards
points?
the dugout.
That one?
Into the
Where we were
windup.
arguing
Here comes
about
the 2-2
if you
pitch.
gave up 10 points or not? Is
Swing
that the
and a
one?
miss, and that ends
if it
the
is,
inning.
I meant to save that because I was going to show you that you did give up 10 points.
Joe Mauer is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
First baseman, Joe Mauer.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Braun will wait on it.
Bitch, no.
1 pitch, 1 away.
Alright, well, that one I didn't even mean to.
Rendell Gritcher
Upload. I
comes
was
to the
gonna
plate
delete it. I was
looking to
gonna
put
take
the
a
ball
picture
in
of
play.
the 10-10-2.
He went down on strikes last
Show
time.
it to you and be
Yep,
like,
they sent him packing last time, so maybe they
Read
have a
that.
pretty good idea of how to attack him again right
what does
here.
that say?
Santana
10-10-2.
has it in his tracks. 2 gone.
10-10-2.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Trey got 21 skunked because he
He looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
You talk about tying a guy up.
Nigga.
My goodness.
I said I didn't mean
Not
to
able to hold
upload
on
it
there as he
YouTube,
swings through a pitch in the dirt, and
I
it
meant to
doesn't look
save
good for him
it
now. Down
onto
0-2.
my PlayStation. I didn't even know
Line
what
toward the
upload
alley in left center. And he dives to make a spectacular. Aaron Hill heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And he falls behind 0-2. Wainwright looks in. Here it is on 0-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. 1 there. Digging in, Jonathan Villar. He singled his last time up. High pop-up. Mauer is there
Putting
for it.
that as here.
And he
Boy,
makes the
give me
catch
that
for the
ball.
second out.
Wainwright's having a dominant
Jonathan
game. I know he
Lucroy
gave up
will
a
dig
lot.
in now. He's popped out and lined
Pitch is
out.
pitching
0 for
much
2
better
thus
than
far.
last
Well, he's
time.
got nothing to show for it, but his last
Maybe it's 'cause
at-bat
of
was
the
a nice one.
quality
He put
of
a good
competition.
swing on it.
We faced the
Off
Pirates
the
last
plate,
time, who were
1
7
ball, 1
freaking
strike.
0.
Now a swing and a ball
This time
popped
we're
high
facing
in the air over
4-2,
toward foul ground.
Brewers
And nope, this one
aren't even gonna
falls,
be
so
that
he'll
good
get
for that
another
long.
shot. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Taken in by Carpenter. Throw on to second for the force in the side.
Oh, I could have just do it to first.
Adam Wainwright comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Pitcher,
First pitch of the at-bat.
Wainwright.
Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike.
Oh yeah, the Cardinals won the other day because of a pinch hit double.
And
by
here's a
Adam
swing and a miss as he
Wainwright.
falls
Adam
behind
Wainwright's one of the
0-2.
best hitting pitchers in the league.
Here comes the 0-2
He's
pitch.
great.
A little bit off the outside.
And
It's 1-2.
last I saw, the Cardinals were beating the Pirates 4-0, but I don't remember. I don't know if they still are. Oh,
Now here's a ball popped up. Playable,
Jordan,
however, for Lucroy
read
behind the
score.
plate.
I'm winning
And taken in out there for the first
at
out.
the moment.
The batter, number 13.
I might lose
Matt
here.
Carpenter will try it again. 0 for 2 with a
This is
fly out and a
2-1.
ground
I'm
ball
winning.
thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
There to take it now is Neuenhuis, and there are 2 away
Definitely
now.
witnessed a nice line drive.
Diaz digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. Lays off 1-0.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And he couldn't lay off there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and the count comes even now at 1-1.
Ugh. For a guy who's had a good ball game, that's not the kind of swing you expect to see.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. Wainwright gets the sign. First pitch on the way. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Too high. 1-2. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one fouled off to the right side. And another foul ball. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Just get out,
Locked
bro.
in a good battle. Here comes another one.
Come on, get out of here.
Third foul
Come
ball in
on,
a row, and
bro.
this is
Just
turning into a
get
pretty
the
good at-bat.
Fuck out of my face.
Fought off at the
Who
plate,
is
and we'll
this?
do it again.
Ryan frickin' Braun. That nigga.
Pitch swung on and hit in
Finally.
the air.
Jesus, Ryan Braun.
And the 6th inning opens with a flyout, 1 away.
Up next for Milwaukee.
Chris Carter will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. You know, getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Scooter Gennett will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Now to the plate, Domingo Santana. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. High and deep to right center field. And this will kick off the fence now up against the
Damn,
Cardinal
they're gonna tie
bullpen. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Well, I'm not losing, but they tied it.
Neuenhuis stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far
Yeah,
in
Jordan,
this
I'm
one.
some shit, but I know you won't
And a
blame me.
high strike there, 0-1. Now a check swing, but he makes contact and hits it out in front of the plate. But this will get
Yeah,
foul
I'm
for
appearing
strike 2.
offline, so nobody can
Hit
invite
hard
me.
on the ground to second. Carpenter has it. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Matt Holliday gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Braun looking up.
Take
Gone!
that lead right back. Give me that run back, boy. Give me that home run. Look at this shit. 2 home runs today.
It's a
One by
solo
Holliday.
home run for Matt Holliday. And it's given the Cardinals
Give me
a
that shit
3-2
back.
lead.
I'm taking
About
that
the
lead
only
back, boy.
silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Hit out towards second. fielded by Jeanette. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Don't watch it.
Johnny Peralta digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning.
Only reason why I'm doing this
First
is
pitch of the AB is swung on and lifted in the air to straightaway center. In there, a base hit.
I might do 2K after.
Joe Mauer steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Comes set with the 0-1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
Do something else. Stop watching it then. And
Runner goes for second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. Oh, but he thought better of it as he aborted the steal attempt and headed back to first. Rendell Grichuk will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. First offering on its way.
Bored, then don't
first pitch
watch
hack in
this.
here, and that's the first strike.
I mean,
2 out with the man at first.
Boring, don't watch this.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
Yeah, he's still sticking with that fastball, but you start to get the sense that it's flattening out just a little bit. That could be a warning sign.
In the dirt here. And he is safe at second, and the wild pitch here could prove costly with 2 away. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, and he reaches for 1 but can't find it as he's down on strikes for the final out. 1 for the Redbirds here, and it comes on this. Matt. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. 7th inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here. Aaron Hill will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. This is hit high in the air out toward left away. Alex Presley will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 15, Alex Presley.
That's popped up out toward short right field. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2.
The batter, number 5.
Now in the box, Jonathan Villar. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Liner toward right center. Piscotty is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. A scoreless. Corey Knebel will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. Yadier Molina comes forward for another shot after being robbed of a hit in his last at-bat. Big curveball swung on and missed, 0-1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. And that's swung on and missed by Molina as he set down on strikes for the first out. Adam Wainwright will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Matt Carpenter will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. 0-1 pitch on its way. Oh, he breaks off a beauty there. 0-2 now.
That was a
That's
strike.
a thing of beauty right there.
That was the fakest strike I've ever
Got him.
seen. They probably would have called that a strike too.
1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals.
So I had to swing at it.
Jonathan Lucroy will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Chop toward the second baseman. Carpenter over to his left. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Ryan Braun will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Cut fastball in there for a called strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Throw gets Braun at first as he grounds out for out number 2. Chris Carter will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. And he takes ball 1. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fact.
Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double.
The batter, number 2.
Trying to hold the lead. Scooter Gennett is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Grounded to the right. Mauer's there. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back at Busch Stadium.
Reason why
Diaz digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Walden, at least, hasn't had a good go of the season. Matt Tweez, he has, but just the way Wainwright was pitching, I gave him his chance, and he delivered.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Neuenhuis going back on it. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning. Digging in, Matt Holliday. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Squares around and drops down a good one. And the throw is too late. He's on with a beautifully placed bunt single. Stephen Piscotty is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. Santana has a read on it, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. Johnny Peralta digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Colton Wong will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. Lifted in the air out to left. Braun has a read on it, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals, and it remains. Colton Wong is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play 3rd now. Glenn Perkins is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Domingo Santana is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top, and just fire that thing in there.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
The center fielder.
Kirk Neuenhuis stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Lefty against lefty here as this is taken for a ball. 1-0. They'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. And he is down on strikes again, so get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
Now batting, third baseman
Aaron Hill is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0. Well, you credit Adam Wainwright with the victory, barring any late turnaround here. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Diaz is up with it. Throw to first will be in time to record the final out. And the Cardinals have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
Another good win for these guys, and they're playing some confident baseball out there right now. That's their 4th win in a row. So they've got things firing on all cylinders.
Whatever they are, they keep winning. We can't gain any ground on the Cubs or the Pirates if they keep winning. They're 7-0. We're 4-3, but what are we going to do when they just keep winning?
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And guys, the Cardinals were given an excellent starting pitching performance here by this man, Adam Wainwright. What a performance he turned in. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his bullpen in the 9th, but still, 8 strong innings for him. And he was hitting his spots all game long.
Adam frickin' Wainwright. 8 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 2 runs allowed, no walks, and 7 strikeouts.
So that'll just about do it for Eric's presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 3-2. So long from St. Louis.
Our final line score this afternoon, first for the victorious St. Louis
Corey
Cardinals.
Knable, I like
3
using him.
runs on
Wow.
7 hits. No errors. They
Gentleman
left
had 3
5
wild
men on
pitches in
base.
this game. Those are all 3 of
For
the
the
season.
Brewers, 2 runs on 8 hits. No errors.
Berkman grabs his
They
3rd
left
save,
6
even
men
though
on
he's
base.
9.0 ERA.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours
Wainwright
and
threw a wild pitch
45
too.
minutes.
Second one of the season. But
Our
his ERA
plate
is lowered
attendance
to
this
257. He had a great game by Adam Wainwright. 112 pitches thrown through 8 innings. Only gave up 2 runs. Though, I think they were kind of subpar runs, to say the least. We have a day off.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's
Day
recap
off,
what
huh?
went down around the league on Monday. Looking first
Well.
at the NL Central, the St. Louis Cardinals got
Winston threw it. And he's hurt. Anyways, let's take a look at what we
Hi,
have
I'm
coming up.
Justin Allegri, and this is
Tim
your
Cooney
Wednesday
will
edition of
pitch
Inside the
against
Show.
Willie
In the
Peralta.
AL Central, the
He'll
Buccos
be playing
finished off a
with the
2-game
Brewers
sweep as they
once
took down the
again.
Tigers in Detroit
If we win,
4-0.
we take control
They are on
of
a
second
roll with
place
8 straight
in the
victories.
division.
The Nationals held their opponent to just 2 hits as they took down the visiting Braves 3-2.
Pirates are one
Yoenis
again. They are
Cespedes was a
8-0
clutch
now.
performer at the dish with 4
Cubs had a
RBIs
day
as
off.
the Mets were winners over the Marlins 6-3. The Padres
we take
smacked
sole
15
possession
team
of-
hits as
No,
they
we
got the
take-
best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank
Technically,
Park,
we're tied
11
for
to
third
nothing.
place at 4-3.
The
If
Colorado
we win
Rockies totaled
this
11
game
hits as a
against
team as they defeated the visiting
Brewers
Giants
and Willie
5-4.
Peralta, who
The
pitched a
Arizona
complete game his
Diamondbacks
last
allowed
time.
only 5 hits
9
as they
innings
pushed
pitched,
past the
really?
Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 5-0.
Then
The Baltimore Orioles totaled 11 hits
we will
as they
take
took down the Red Sox
sole
on the road 4-1.
possession.
The Cleveland Indians
Julio
allowed 5 hits in the game as
Sole
they took down the
possession
Rays
of
in St.
third
Petersburg
place in the
3-2. The Blue Jays combined for a 4-hitter as they pummeled the Yankees 7-0. They now have 5 straight wins.
Discussion
The Angels
Let me
hit 3
Diaz.
long balls as they defeated the A's in Oakland
Do I have any
7-4.
gold glovers? No.
The Texas
my
Rangers broke up their
outfielders?
5-game losing
No.
skid as they
No.
bested the Mariners in Safeco Field
Really?
10-4.
Shelby
The
Miller.
Kansas City Royals got 12
Well,
hits in this
anyways,
one as they got a win
have a
over
good
the
night,
Astros
folks.
in Houston
We'll see you next
4-3.
time. I might
It
sim
was
the
their
next
5th
few
straight
games.
victory.
I mean, not sim, play them
And that's
off
the
screen.
show. Thanks for
So
listening
don't be
in. I'll
surprised
be
if
back
I'm,
tomorrow with
like,
more news and updates
4
from
and
around the
6 or
majors.
6-3 when we come back. See you later, folks.